What would happen if a modernized Bismarck, the largest and most feared battleship built by Nazi Germany, were to face a modern destroyer? Would it stand a chance? Let's first consider Bismarck in its original 1941 configuration. On the surface, it doesn't seem half bad for the old battleship. Today's warships possess little to no armor in comparison to the Bismarck's 320mm of thick belt armor, and they can be penetrated with ease by the monstrous guns found on the Bismarck. The majority of weapon systems that modern destroyers use are also not designed to penetrate heavy armor. Typically, they use high explosive fragmentation warheads rather than armor penetrating, so surely the armored Bismarck would have no issues dealing with this. Whilst we would like to believe that the Bismarck would win this fight, there are several key reasons behind why battleships went out of service in the early 1990s. Battleships became obsolete due to being enormous high-maintenance vessels. They cost millions to operate and were crewed by thousands of people equivalent to a small city. The primary reason why they became obsolete was due to their weapon systems. If we look at Bismarck, its main battery consisted of 8 38cm guns. These guns shot 800 kg projectiles at twice the speed of sound, up to a maximum distance of 37,000 meters. Even by today's standards, this remains very impressive for a gun. The armor-piercing rounds it fired could penetrate up to 742mm of armor, enough to penetrate through multiple modern destroyers with a single shot. After all, these guns were the biggest ever fitted on a German battleship. However, the problem with these battleships lies within the range of these immensely powerful guns. Having a range of just over 22 miles is really nothing in comparison to the modern day weapon systems. Let's have a look at a modern destroyer, the US Arleigh Burke class. Its main anti-ship weaponry consists of the Harpoon missile with a range of up to 100 miles, 5 times what the Bismarck's guns could manage. The Arleigh Burke class also has a ANSPY radar which can detect ships of up to 100 miles away. The Bismarck had a Fumo 23 radar with a maximum range of just 20 miles. So in today's world, the Bismarck and its fleet would be detected by radar long before the battleship ever gets into range of using its powerful guns. That being said, it may take hundreds of hits from a fleet of modern destroyers to take out Bismarck. Its sheer size and heavy armor would overmatch the majority of what's being thrown at it. Eventually, however, Bismarck would be damaged to a point where it's no longer combat capable. It wouldn't know where it's being hit from or by who. In the case that it's not disabled, Bismarck is free to utilize its quick top speed of 35 miles per hour to move closer. If Bismarck manages to get within the 22-mile range, it would then have to open fire with many unguided rounds, hoping to get a hit. Of course, if just one of these 38cm shells are well placed, it would heavily cripple or sink the modern destroyer in an instant. Left in its 1940s configuration, however, the Bismarck would most likely suffer a similar fate to May 27th of 1941, where it was crippled with a well-placed torpedo to the steering column, leading to its demise. But what if the Bismarck was also updated to modern standards? Now it's still carrying its 8 380mm guns, but they are guided by a Smart L radar system, allowing for computerized target acquisition with 250 miles of range. The first shots of Bismarck are now on target every time. The 12 secondary 150mm guns have also been swapped out for Tomahawk and Harpoon anti-ship missile systems. Its original 16 37mm anti-aircraft cannons are replaced by Seaways. 16 20mm Vulcans ensures that the Bismarck is immune to incoming anti-ship missiles and attacking aircraft. If you are a modern destroyer who happens to stumble upon a modernized Bismarck, you may want to hide